Alright, it is Monday, December 9th, 2019 at 4:50 p.m. Alright, let's take a look at some headlines. It says New Zealand volcano eruption kills 5 people, Americans among the missing. It looks just like what you see a nuclear bomb going off, a local fisherman said. American tourists were among the 8 people still missing Monday after a volcano on the island off the coast of New Zealand erupted, killing at least 5 people, the country's prime minister said. Prime Minister Jacinda Ardern said she believes tourists from Australia, China, Malaysia, and the United Kingdom are also among the missing and warned they may not find any other survivors on Wakari White Island, which has been covered in a blanket of ash at least a foot thick. We share in your unfathomable grief in this moment and time, Adrian said. For now, our duty is to return loved ones. So far, reconnaissance flights over the area in the hours after the eruption revealed no signs of life, Arden said. The focus has to be on those who are critically injured and, of course, what is now a recovery mission, Arden said. Rescue workers have been to tread carefully. It is a very unpredictable volcano. 31 people who were rescued from the White Island remain hospitalized, and 3 others have already been discharged, the Prime Minister added. The country's most active volcano, located off the Bay of Plenty, about 30 miles to the northeast of the New Zealand coast, erupted at 2:11 p.m. on Monday, or 8:11 p.m. Sunday Eastern Time, according to GeoNet, the government earthquake agency. It just looked like what you see a nuclear bomb going off. What it looked like, it was turning into a mushroom cloud. Dan Harvey, a commercial fisherman who was out at sea at the time of the eruption, told Radio New Zealand that it just expanded around itself and it went straight up into the sky. So sad to hear that all these tourists were affected by this volcano. That's something to always think about when you're going in a tour group or you're traveling to a different country and there's volcanoes. Please be aware that you never know, a volcano might just erupt. Alright, next. Girl, 12 years old, arrested after making death list of students at her Florida middle school. The student at Falcon Cove Middle School in Weston faces 2 counts of written threats to kill and false reporting concerning a firearm, authorities said. A 12-year-old girl, who police say posted a death list with the names of students at her Florida middle school on Snapchat, has been arrested. The girl, a student at Falcon Cove Middle School in Weston, faces 2 counts of a written threat to kill and false reporting concerning a firearm after making 2 separate threats on a messaging app last Friday, the Brevard Sheriff's Office said in a press release. The threat included a death list with students' names from Falcon Cove Middle School. Another threat was posted to the social media site late Friday afternoon that indicated that the students were not safe and that they would be killed on Monday, December 9th, the Broward Sheriff's Office said. Weston is about 25 miles south of Parkland, Florida, where a former student opened fire in a majority of Stoneman Douglas High School in February 2018, killing 17 people. The Falcon Cove Middle School student was arrested Friday evening after another student at the school and her parents notified deputies in the Broward Sheriff's Office Western District of the Snapchat threat. Authorities said the suspect, who they were not identifying, confirmed she made the false threats. Falcon Middle School did not immediately return a request for comment to the NBC News on Monday morning. An attorney for the girl, Jim Lewis, told Florida Sun-Sentinel newspaper that the situation was a bad joke, not a serious threat. Unfortunately, we live in a post-Parkland world, and this is not something one should joke about. Alright, next. A woman's car plunged into a giant sinkhole. Los Angeles is paying her $4 million. After the car tipped into the sinkhole, Stephanie Scott was standing on the roof of her vehicle about 10 feet below ground, screaming for help. A woman whose car plunged into a sinkhole in Studio City, California in February 2017 will receive up to $4 million as part of a settlement reached Wednesday, her attorney said. The Los Angeles City Council agreed Wednesday to the award of Stephanie Scott, who sued the city for negligence in September 2017 lawsuit. Lawyer Brian Parrish told NBC News on Thursday. Scott suffered significant injuries, damages, and losses as a result of the incident, according to her lawsuit. Parrish said that Scott suffered traumatic brain injury, post-concussive syndrome, and sight problems following the February 27, 2017 incident. Scott's sports utility vehicle fell 20 feet and landed on its roof in a flowing river of raw sewage. Her attorney said in a statement Thursday the roof was crushed and Scott was knocked unconscious, according to her attorneys. When she regained consciousness, she made her way to the top of the SUV. Firefighters said Scott was standing on top of the SUV about 10 feet below the ground, screaming for help. That evening, her rescue was caught on camera. We hope that this settlement can improve the quality of her life and that the city will take a good hard look at the policies and procedures regarding the maintenance of its aging sewer system to ensure no other Angelo suffers through a horrific experience again. Angelino suffers through a horrific experience again, attorney Kevin Boyle said on Thursday. The lawsuit filed in State Superior Court in Los Angeles County named the County and City of Los Angeles, as well as the city's departments of Water and Power, Public Works, and County Sanitation Districts as the defendants. Shortly after the 2017 incident, the city's Public Works Department said the statement to reporters that the sinkhole was probably caused by a combination of excessive rain and a possible sewer failure, the Los Angeles Times reported. Alright, so that's pretty amazing that she fell, then was unconscious, then became conscious, and she crawled to the top of the vehicle and was able to yell and somehow get help. That's just craziness. The ground's opening up and swallowing car. And all because of the sewer. Alright, next, Caroll Spinney. Legendary Sesame Street puppeteer of Big Bird dies at 85. Spinney died in his home in Connecticut on Sunday after living with dystonia, a neurological movement disorder, for several years. Caroll Spinney, the puppeteer and actor behind Sesame Street's Big Bird and Oscar the Grouch, died Sunday. He was 85. He died at his home in Connecticut, according to a press release from Sesame Workshop. Spinney had worked on his beloved character show for nearly 50 years, serving as the puppeteer for Big Bird and Oscar the Grouch since the show premiered in 1969. Spinney had been diagnosed with dystonia, a neurological movement disorder that produces involuntary muscle contractions, cramps, and other symptoms, causing him to retire from puppeteering the two characters in 2018. So may he rest in peace. I love that show. I love Sesame Street, and I love watching Big Bird, and I love watching Oscar. So that's a lot of memories there. Alright guys, hit like and subscribe for more videos. And see you guys next time. Remember to check out my sponsor, Dave's Empire 1981, in the description below. He does great art on shoes and chucks, on shoes and hats. So if you feel like, ordering a hat or some shoes, check him out in the description below. Alright, see you guys next time. God bless.